Hey preschoolers, it's time for favorite Bible stories. And today I have one for you from the very first book of the Bible. And it starts in Genesis 37 and goes through Genesis 45. So there's a lot of chapters in the book of Genesis about Joseph. He's the one we're going to read about today. So this story is called Get Lost, Little Brother. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? We're going to find out about Joseph and his brothers. All right. Joseph's father gave him a new coat. It was beautiful, but none of his brothers had one like it, and they felt left out. Joseph was happy, but his brothers were mad. They went outside by themselves, and they left Joseph behind. "Go find your brothers," Joseph's father said one day. So Joseph went out to look for them. Flip, flop, flippity flap, his sandals slapped against the ground. Joseph looked and looked. Finally, he found his brothers. But they were still angry. They did not want to see their little brother again. Oh no! They took away his beautiful coat and threw him into a deep, dark hole. Down, down Joseph tumbled, thump, thump, bumpity bump. "Help, help," he cried, but they would not listen. Wow, they were not being kind at all. "Let's send him away," his brothers said. "Then he'll be gone for good." Crunch, crunch, crunchity crunch. The camels took Joseph away to Egypt. Egypt was a faraway country. Joseph was lonely. He wanted to go home. But God had a special job for him. Joseph grew bigger and older and stronger and wiser. One day, God gave Joseph a message for the king. For 7 years, there will be lots of food. Then, for 7 years, there will be none. "What should we do?" asked the king. "Without food, we will die." Joseph answered, "We must save all the food we can. Then there will be plenty when we need it." The king was happy. He made Joseph his special helper. The king gave him a new robe. Joseph was very important now. Everyone in Egypt had to obey him. Wow, God made a special job for Joseph. Joseph told the people to fill big barns with grain. After 7 years, everyone ran out of food. But Joseph had plenty. Hungry people with growling tummies came to Egypt. Rumble, grumble, gurgle, gur. They wanted something to eat. Even Joseph's brothers came. Rumble, grumble, gurgle, gur. They were hungry too. Wow, people from all over the world came to get the food they had. His brothers did not know who Joseph was. Joseph had grown up. He looked different now. But Joseph knew them. "I am Joseph," he cried. They were afraid. But Joseph hugged and kissed them all. "Now I know why God brought me to Egypt," he said. "He brought me here to save my family." And that made Joseph happier than he had ever been before. But you know what? Even though Joseph's brothers were so mean to him, God had a special plan for Joseph. God used Joseph to help save their lives. And you know what? God has a special plan for us if we let him use us. So I'm praying for each one of you today that you will trust the Lord Jesus and see what special plan God has for your life.